Coucou mes puces. So let us talk about some lip products. I'm here, as the title suggests, to talk about Flower Beauty. I thought it was Flower Cosmetics, but it's Flower Beauty, and these lipsticks from them. So these are their, I cannot remember the name, so I pulled up the website. It's their Velvet Lip Colors. I had my eye on these for such a long time. Judy, from It's Judy's Time, It's Judy's Life, you know who I'm talking about. She's talked about these a lot because she's a huge drugstore makeup gal. Yeah, and so I know that Walmart is the only retailer, like a brick and mortar store, that carries these, and I've been to Walmart so many times I couldn't find them. My sweet sissy April took note and sent me two in our box swap. I will link that box swap down below, as well as April's channel. But these are fantastic, and I have been putting them to the test to film a little video for you guys all about them. So the range is pretty large, like considering it's a new brand. So they have 9 different shades, ranging from, do you want me to show you? I'll show you. Yeah, so you see the 9 different shades, sort of all different color ranges. Like you see, it's about $7 for these particular lipsticks. She's got a couple others, glosses and like sheer lipsticks, but I'm a huge opaque matte lipstick girl, so this is definitely the line for me. Right, so the 2 colors that she got me are in LS21, which is Desert Flower, which is what's on my lips at the moment, and LS8, which is Get to the Poinsettia. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about them, and then I'll give you some swatches. So obviously the one on my lips, like I said, is the Desert Flower one, which is totally up my alley. It's one of those like nudie mauves that I've been sort of on the hunt for and collecting as many of as possible. For whatever reason, I've been obsessed with this color. And this one is just a perfect addition to it. I feel like with the red, I'm just looking at my screen, with the red in my shirt, it's pulling a little bit more red on camera than it is in person. In person, it's a beautiful mauve color. I'll show you some close-ups of it up here, but this top swatch is Max Taupe, and the bottom one is Desert Rose. Right? Is that, why can't I remember the name? Desert Flower. So as you can tell, like they have that same kind of, I'm just going to show you the close-up. But do you see, it's not a perfect dupe for Max Taupe, and I feel like with these HD cameras you get even more of a difference in the color, when in reality it's quite close. But it is pretty close to Max Taupe, so if you wanted a drugstore alternative or a drugstore get by in the meantime type thing, it's a lovely color for that. And as you can see, Max Taupe is a matte, and so in terms of sort of matteness, you get about the same kind of matteness out of the Flower Beauty one too. So for drying effect, because it is quite a matte lipstick, I don't find that it dries out my lips too much. It does a little bit. I've had this one on all day. We're about at 8 hours of wear at this point. I did reapply because I had lunch and what have you in the meantime. But I would say it lasts a decent 3 hours on your lips. You could probably push it to 4, 4.5, 5 if you do a lip pencil under. Well, you could probably go longer. But the color, what I'm trying, okay, the color on its own without a lip pencil would last you probably around 3 hours. If you add a lip pencil underneath, the lipstick itself will wear off for the most part within that 3 hour range, but you'll get probably another hour or 2 with the lip pencil underneath, as long as you're not sort of eating or any of that kind of stuff. I feel like when it wore off, especially with this color, it wore off pretty uniformly. I didn't have random patches. It just sort of all more or less disappeared on me. I will say though that for how matte it is on my lips and in the swatch, it does move a little bit. So I found that I really, when I wore it, I tended to wear it, because I've worn it a couple times. So once to test longevity on its own, once with a lip pencil, and then 1 or 2 times just for fun. I will say though that I find that it is a little bit somewhat creamier in that, like, I don't feel like it sits, you know, with matte lipsticks, you put them in your lip lines are really crisp because they're matte and they're not going anywhere. With this one, I feel like my lip lines weren't as perfect, so I did find myself sort of adjusting throughout the day, or pulling out a lip pencil to adjust those lines and make them that much crisper and sharper, if that makes sense. But I would say these are excellent, great value for money. I think the packaging is really, really pretty. I like that you get the color on the bottom. I think it's really elegant for a drugstore lipstick with that sort of almost rose goldy detailing on it. I will definitely be keeping an eye out for more. There are a couple like nudie colors in here. What's this one called? Set Me Freesia. Looks beautiful. They all have like sort of flower inspired names. So Set Me Freesia, which is that like beigey nude that you guys saw, was really cute. And then there's the tea rose, which is like a nice pretty coral. So I think I'm going to keep an eye out and hope these start to get stocked in our Walmarts here so I can pick up a couple more. Let me throw on this red one, the Get to the Poinsettia, and I'll show you that swatch, and then that should be it for the video. So this is Get to the Poinsettia. I'll do a little swatch for you. This one is a little bit less opaque, so it took a couple swipes to get the opacity on my lips. So there it is right there. Yeah, like I said, it took a couple swipes to get the opacity on my lips. I'll show you close up of the packaging because it's really cute. And then it was a little bit drier and stiffer than the other color, so just a word of note. So yeah, what I take from that is that the texture and application of the shades are definitely not uniform. So I think it's going to be sort of a trial and error in terms of picking up different shades. They're not all going to have the same consistency. But I still don't think that this is patchy by any means. It's just a little bit more work than the other color. So a huge thumbs up for me. I feel like I've been doing a bunch of like rave reviews recently, and it's not because sort of they were gifts to me from my sweet sissy. They've just been amazing products, and this is again a testament to the fact that it's amazing when you can meet just beautiful friends that know what you'll love even when you don't know that you'll love it and send it your way. It's just, I feel very lucky and very, very fortunate. So thank you again, my sweet sissy. Let me know if you guys are gonna pick any of these up, if this video inspired you to do that, or if you have any that you love. I don't know if I've said this before, but anytime I get to see pictures, like it's usually on Twitter, people will like post pictures and tag me, be like, oh, you enabled me to get this, look what I got because of your video. It's just fun. I do that all the time. I get inspired like on the week to buy stuff because of people that I love to watch. So it's just, again, it's really fun to see what you guys end up picking up, and it makes this whole thing seem more real. Like, I know that you guys are there and I interact with you, but I've said this before, this part I've said for sure before, where it's that anytime I get to sort of get a tweet from you guys or a picture or a tag or that kind of thing where I can sort of see us interacting through makeup buys or watching each other's videos, it just, I don't know, it makes it seem a lot more real. So I think that's the end of my ramble on these lip products, which are amazing and a huge recommend for me. Let's do 3 points of positivity and we will be off for the day. My first point of positivity has definitely got to be a really laid back day with my sister. We've just been hanging out, giggling tons, and just, it's been really, really lovely. So I've definitely been very, very thankful for that. My second point of positivity is Indian food leftovers for lunch. There's this one place we go to all the time, and we had a big family dinner there, so there was plenty of doggy bags to take home. And so Indian food, I feel like, is one of those foods that only gets better with time. So I had some leftovers today at lunch and they were absolutely lovely. And my third point of positivity is I've talked to you about the beautifulness that is Shoppers Drug Mart, our like little drugstore here, and the points that you can collect. So I needed a bunch of new skincare today, and skincare is one of those things, like the stuff that I replenish all the time, like sunscreen, toner, all that kind of stuff, I don't really get excited about, but I know that I need to invest the money in it. So I got to use a bunch of those points that I had saved up to get like free skincare, which is always fun. So yeah, let me know what's been making you smile on this beautiful day. I hope that you've been up to something really great. I hope that you have been smiling and enjoying yourself. And that's it for me today. I want to leave you with tons and tons of love, and as always, by reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.